Hey guys, welcome to Year 5, Term 4, Week 8. It's been a while since I made these videos because I've been a bit busy, and I apologize if you've been waiting for them. Yeah, kind of lost track of time. Okay, so we're on Week 8 now. Let's get started. Okay, so in the homework of Week 8 on page 7, looks like you have to fill out this table of Roman numerals. Okay, let's get started. So we know that for 1000 you're going to have M. Whoops, that's a bit too much. Let's try bringing that down. So, oh, wait, what? What's wrong with this brush? Oh, no wonder why. Yeah, this is favorites. Let's go down to this one. No, this one. This one now. Okay, let's go back, try that again. Now, so M for 1000, 100 is C, 25, 20 is XX, and a 5 is a V. Done. Next one is 1000 M, 200, so C, C, and 60, which means 50, which is L, plus 10 is 60, and then 6, so VI. 1000, which is M, 500, which is D for 500, and then 72. 70 is L for 50, 60, 70, and 2, 1, 2. 1000 is M, 700 is D, C, C, that's 500, 600, 700, and 5, which is a V. 2000, M, M, easy. 3000, M, 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 200, C, C, and 50, which is L. 2000 M, 20, which is X, X, and then 1, which is 1. Okay, 2000 M, 600 is D for 500, and then C for 600, and then 60, that's L for 50, X for 60, and then 8, V, I. Okay, next one is 700, that's 700 is D for 500, 600, 700, and 40, which is XL for 40, and then 3, 1, 2, 3. This means 40. Okay. Now the next one says convert Roman numerals into our number system. So C stands for 100, that's 100, and X, which is 10, and 1, that's 11, 111. Next one is 100 there, 100, and then XXV, that's 25. This is 133, so 133. This is 100 and this is 50, so 150. This is 6. This is 100 and 50, 60, 70, 177, 205, 200, and that's 50, 60, 62, 300, and this is 10, 5, 2, that's 17, D, which is 500, and this is 8, yeah, 8. So 508. Almost done. Now we're going we're going from that to numbers. So this is 1000, 1000, and this is 6. This is 1037. This is 1100. Whoops. This is 1210. 1210. This is 1505. What else? We got 1500, 600, 700. So 1700, and L is 50, So 1,750, 50 what? 58. Yep, okay, next one is 2,000. This is 500, 600, 700, 800, and 25. This is 10x before L, which is 40. 48. 1,101. 1,101. 3,000 and L, which is 50. You're done. There you go. Alright, next one is using bond mass. We got to do these. So first we do the most inner bracket. 17 take away 4, that'll give you 13. Now we got 25 take away 13, 30 minus that. So we'll do this one next. 25 take away 13 is 12. So now this turns into 12. And you got 30 minus 12 will give you 18, which is the answer. Alright, innermost bracket again. So this one, you gotta do this one first. So 16 take away 7 is 9. 9 times 10 inside the bracket still, divided by 30. So obviously we'll do the brackets first and then do division. You can do it yourself this time. Next one is, you gotta do this one first and then that one. So you got, in here you got 24 take away 66 divided by 11 will do 6 and then divided by 3. So obviously we gotta do this first and then we divide by 3. You can do it yourself. Next one is you got 12 times, we'll do the innermost bracket first. So this one is 17 times 8. Okay, 8 times 7 is 56. Carry the 5. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 5 it gives you 13. So that'll be 136 divided by 25 take away 21, which gives you 4. Now remember, these are still in brackets, okay? You can see the brackets there. I think they forgot to put a little square bracket here, which is kind of weird. Okay, anyway, either way, I'll put the square brackets in here so you can see. Now let me just rub this out. 136 divided by 4. 13 divided by 4 is 3. 3 times 4 is 12. Take away, you get a remainder 1. Bring a 6 down. 6 divided by 4 is 4. So therefore, this turns into 34. So now what you're going to have is 12 times 34. You can work it out yourself. Next one is 150 take away 29 plus with, now it's 14 minus 7. We gotta do this first, innermost bracket. Okay, so 14 minus 7 is 7, and then minus 10. So again, we still have brackets, so we're gonna do that first. So you got 150 take away 29 plus 7 becomes 36 minus 10. Now you're gonna do the left hand side, then you got, after that you do the right hand side. You can do it yourself. Next page. I spend a half of my money on paper and a third of what remains on pens. So imagine you have this as your money. Let's try and fix this quadrilateral first. Doesn't look so bad. Okay, so imagine this is all your money. You spend half of it. So imagine if you spend maybe that much. That's a half. So you spent half of it, this is already spent or gone, and then you spent a third of what's left. So imagine you take what's left, so here's what's left over, and you spend a third. So you spend a third, meaning you divide it into 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So you spent all of that and all of that, and you have that piece left. Well, for the one that's been spent, this is the spent part. Let's divide that into 3 as well. So not the best looking lines in the world, but it'll do. Okay, so what happened here is you spent all of that, all of that, all of that. So you spent a half in the beginning, right? Because it says I spent a half. and then you spend a third of what remains. So this is how much you have left, and you spend a third of it, so you have that much left. So you have what, 2 pieces out of how many pieces? 6 pieces left, isn't it? You got 2 out of 6. So 2 out of 6 left. What is that? Isn't that 1/3? We can simplify that. So that's 1/3 left, isn't it? You can think of it as 1/3 like this. There's 1 out of 3 pieces. Now that's 12. So this is 12. So that left me with 12. So what you have left is 12. So in all of this part here, let me just rub this out. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Oops. Rewrite that. So what you have left here is 12. That's how much 12 I got left. I must have started shopping with how much? Well, if that's 12, this must be 12, and this must be 12. You have how much do you begin with? 12 times 3. You can figure it out. How many lots of 1,000 in here? Well, you take, if you want to know how many lots of 1,000 goes in there, you just divide it. You divide it by 1,000. You can figure out what that is. Just cross out the zeros. Easy. We loaded 33 and 1/3% of the boxes. So what does that mean? So here's, let's say this represents all the boxes. You have loaded 33. This means a third, by the way, as a fraction. You've loaded a third, and now you have all of this left. So you have all of that left, and that's 48. How many boxes were originally was there originally? Okay, well if that's 48, then how much is each little part there? Do you agree that will be 48 divided by 2, which equals to 24? That together makes 48, right? So this must also be 24 as well. So how much do you have? Can you work it out? 3 times 24? Work out the answer. Question 4. A triangle with exactly 2 equal angles is called what? It's called isosceles triangle. That's the name of it. Okay. When a number is divided by 2, 3, 4, or 5, the remainder is always 1. The smallest number with these properties is what? Is squared. The result will be what? Okay, so we've done this question before. You probably forgot. But what you got to do is you got to find the lowest common multiple of all those numbers. Now we don't need to worry about the 2. Look at this. You got 2, 3, 4, 5. We don't need to care about the 2. Why? Because anything that's divisible by 4 can already divide by 2. So we only care about the 3, 4, and 5. So I only care about these guys here. They're important. 2 is not important. It doesn't really matter. It's like putting a 1 in there. Do I care that it can be divided by 1? No, because any of these numbers can be divided by 1 as well. So, okay. So let's have a look. What's the lowest common multiple of 3, 4, 5? Let's have a look at 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, and 5. 3, 6, 9, 12, 20, 15, 18, 21. Oh my god, this is gonna take forever. Because what we gotta do is, because let's look at 3 and 4 first. So 3 and 4. What's the lowest common multiple of 3 and 4? The lowest common multiple is equal to 12. Okay, now we look at the 5. Okay, let's look at 12 and 5. What's the lowest common multiple in 12 and 5? 60. There we go, we found it out. So therefore, the lowest common multiple of 3, 4, and 5 is equal to 60. What does that mean? That means 60 can be divided by 3, and it can be divided by 4, and it can be divided by 5, and it's the lowest number that can do so. 120 can do it too, but 60 is lower, so it's the lowest common multiple. And it can also be divided by 2, obviously, because anything divided by 4 can already be divided by 2. So therefore, we found the lowest common multiple of all the 4 digits, and that's that one there. Now, all you gotta do is, if you want a remainder of 1 when you divide it, just add 1 to it. Okay, 61. Now let's have a look. 61. What happens if you divide by 2? You get 30, remainder 1. 61 divided by 3, you get 20, remainder 1. 61 divided by 4, you will get 15, remainder 1. 61 divided by 5, you will get 12, remainder 1. They always have a remainder 1, see? So now what we got to do is, we found the number is 61. That's what we want. So let's get rid of all this. That's just to show you how it works. So it says the smallest number with these properties, meaning we found the smallest number to be 61. Now this number is squared, so that means they want you to square this number. What would the result be? Well, what's 61 squared? Just do 61 times 61. You can work it out, get the answer. Alright, moving on. Number 6. What is the most likely number needed to continue the series? Okay, let's have a look at the series. You have to find the pattern. So it's going up, obviously, from 12 to 25 to 40. But what's it going up by? Is it going up slowly, or like decently slow, or decently fast? I believe it's decently slow, so let's have a look. From 12 to 25, you must add 13. From 25 to 40, you must add 15. From 40 to 57, you must add 17. And from 57 to 76, you must add 19. Can you see the pattern? 13, 15, 17, 19. These are the odd numbers. What's the next odd number? The next odd number is 21. So you must add 21 to this number. Okay, so you got to take 76 and you add 21 to it, and you will get 90 what? 97, which is this one. Question number 1. What is the smallest two-digit number? Smallest two-digit number. Smallest two-digit number is 10. You can't start with a 0. That's not a two-digit number. That's a one-digit number. Okay, even though it looks like it's a two-digit number, but when you put a 0 in front of something, it actually disappears. So really, it's a 1. So that's a 1. So you can't say 10. That's not a two-digit number. It's a one-digit number. So you got to say 1. Yeah, I said it backwards. Okay, the answer is 10. Now the largest two-digit number will be 99. The smallest three-digit number is 100. Largest 999. You can do the rest. I think that's easy. I'm not going to do that one. Moving on to the next question is, it says find the smallest two-digit number with a 7 in the middle. So two-digit number. The smallest. Usually it's a 10, but we want the 7 in the tens place. So 7 must go in the tens place, which is here. Whoop, here. So that must be. Whoop, that must be a 7. Next one, largest two-digit number. Okay, largest two-digit number is normally a 99, but we want the 5 in the tens place. So that means this must be a 5, and you're done. Okay, just do the rest. You can do that. How many times greater is the value of 7 in the value of the 7 in each of these? So here, you got, well, the 7 here is 7 what? Oh, trying to rub this out. So this one here is 700, and this one here is the ones. How many times bigger is one? Well, this is just 7. How many times bigger is 700 compared to 7? Well, it's 100 times bigger. This one is 10, 100, 1,000. This is 1,000 times bigger. This one is 10, 100, 1,000. 10,000, 100,000, so 100,000. There you go. Next one, again we're doing BODMAS, so you remember to do the most inner bracket first. So we got, let's keep the bracket here. This turns into what? 32 plus this turns into 21. Minus 13 and the bracket, and then divided by 2. Obviously, again we got to do the bracket, so we got to do from left to right, because inside the bracket you got plus and minus. Plus and minus are the same level of importance, so we do left to right. That means we got to do 32 plus 21 first. That will give you 53. So this turns into 53. 53 take away 13 is 40, isn't it? So you got 40 divided by 2, because after all of this stuff in the bracket turns into 40, and then 40 divided by 2, because you got divided by 2 at the end. Obviously, I'm going to give you the answer there. Just too easy. That's 20. Now the next part you're going to do by yourself, I think. I'm just going to... So again, we got to the innermost bracket, you're going to get 25. 47, take away 25 in brackets, and then you got 198 divided by 9 times. 47 take away 25 would be 22. Okay. So this whole thing turns into 22. Now you got to do that first and then times it by 22. You can get the answer. What is the angle sum of a triangle? So inside a triangle, what's all the angle add up to? It adds up to 180 degrees. What's the angle sum of a rectangle? Okay, any four-sided shape, rectangle, square, any quadrilateral, all of the angles inside of it always adds up to 360. What is the acute angle between the hands of 1 o'clock? 1:30. Whoops. Let's make that into a perfect circle. So here you got your 12 and 6. You got 3 and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 1, 2, let's do that real, whoops. Okay, now the hands at 1:30 look something like this. Because it's 1:30, the long hand is going to go all the way to the 6. And the short hand is going to be between 1 and 2 because it's 1:30, right? So it's going to be like that. So what's the angle? It says, what's the acute angle? Huh? Obtuse? That's not right. This must be obtuse. They meant obtuse. So that's a mistake there. You can change that if you like. Now, we can just connect these if you want. You can connect them, the middle to all the hours. Remember that each hour is 30 degrees. 30, 30, 30, 30. But from 2 to halfway is only half of an hour, which is 15 degrees. So add them all up. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 30s. So 30, 30, 30, 30. And you have 15 degrees. Add them all up and get the answer in degrees. It'll be obtuse angle. Okay, next one. How much time have I used up? It's only been 22 minutes. Fantastic. Okay, Kylie, Letitia, Matthew, and Jacqueline are in a pasta cooking contest. They're using fettuccine, linguine, manicotti, and vermicelli in the recipe. Okay, I'm not the best at pronouncing these names, so yeah. They all have a secret ingredient: oregano, garlic, sweet basil, and great Parmesan cheese that they believe will ensure success. Stir up these clues to determine who will use which pasta and which secret ingredient. Okay, so you got the word Kylie, the girl using linguine, the boy, blah blah blah, and the girl. Okay, so since he's talking about boys and girls and it's not giving us a too many clues, we're gonna have to determine who's a boy and who's girl. So Jacqueline, I believe to be a girl. Matthew would be a boy. Letitia, I don't know. Kyle, I don't know. Here's Kyle. Is it a boy or girl? Let me see. You got Kyle, the girl, the boy, and the girl. So there's 2 girls and 1 boy. I don't know if Kyle's a boy or girl. Letitia, her friend who's using the manicure, the boy. I'm gonna assume this is a boy, Kyle. Okay. Now, let's see. It says Kyle. So the first person it lists is Kyle. So Kyle cannot be any of the other people. So Kyle's the first person, so that's Kyle. And then it says the girl using linguine. So that means Kyle cannot be the one who was using linguine. So let's, first of all, we should cross this part out. We don't need it. So Kyle cannot be the one using linguine. Where's linguine? Ah, here. So we can put a cross on Kyle and linguine because he's not the one using linguine because it's another person, the girl. And then the boy using, so it says the boy using lots of garlic. So Kyle cannot be the boy using lots of garlic. So therefore Kyle cannot have garlic. And also, oh, by the way, it says, let's look at the first one. It says the girl using linguine. So the person using linguine cannot be a boy. So linguine cannot belong to Kyle and it cannot belong to Matthew because Matthew is a boy. And it says there's a girl using it. Next, the boy using lots of garlic. So using lots of garlic, Kyle can't be that person. And also, it says the boy using it, so it can't be Letitia and it can't be Jacqueline because they're both girls, and the person using it has to be a boy. So therefore, the only person left that can be using garlic must be Matthew. Okay, since we ticked Matthew, we can also cross out the horizontal one, because he can't be using oregano and sweet basil and parmesan. He's already got garlic. One person, one secret recipe. Next one says okay, and the girl using sweet and the girl with fresh sweet basil. So the girl using fresh sweet basil. Who could that be? The girl using fresh sweet basil. So that means that it can't be Kyle using this fresh sweet basil. Can't be Kyle there. We've got a cross. And it can't be a boy, so it can't be... Oh, okay. So both of the other boy is Matthew, but he's already crossed out, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, now let's look at the second one. It says Letitia. So Letitia is the first person to be listed. Let me see. Her friend who is using the manticotti. Her friend who is using manticotti. The boy cooking the vermicelli and the boy. Oh, okay. So that means her friend must be the girl, and the boy is the next two people at list. So her friend must be a boy, as a girl. So Letitia, and her friend, maybe her friend was Jacqueline. Okay, so her friend is using the manicotti. So that means her friend, Letitia, is using the manicotti. So that means we can put a tick on that, and we can put a cross everywhere else that she doesn't use. Now, her friend is using the manicotti. The boy cooking the vermicelli, and the boy seasoning with parmesan. So who is doing the vermicelli? Okay, the parmesan is here. And it belongs to a boy. It can't be Matthew because we already ticked that out. There's only two boys. There's only Kyle and Matthew. But because Matthew is not using it, that means that the only other boy who can be using the parmesan cheese is Kyle. So that means that the boy... let me see, where is it? The boy seasoning with parmesan cheese must be the last one. That's Matthew. And the other boy, the boy cooking with vermicelli. So that means the other boy, Matthew, must be the one that's doing vermicelli. So where's that? Vermicelli, we put a tick there. Okay, now that we've ticked them, we can cross out everything else that's horizontal and vertical to it. So I can cross out all of this. I can cross out all of this. And hopefully that gives me enough information. Her friend using the manicotti. Okay. Her friend using the manicotti. Huh? Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot. Because I forgot to cross this out too. Because the manicotti, I can cross out that and that. Okay. So now you can see clearly that Kyle must be, because there's only one here. Look at that. So cross, cross, cross. That means that one must be a tick there, and if you tick that, you will cross this out. And if you cross that out, this must be a tick. And now let's look at the other one, if I haven't done anything to the other one. Oregano and sweet basil. Who's doing the sweet basil? I forgot to read this one here. And the girl with the fresh sweet basil. I forgot that part. The girl using fresh sweet basil. Who's that? Okay, now we can look back here. It says, look at the first clue. It says Kyle, so we've got Kyle. It says the girl using the linguine. Let's figure out who that is. The girl using linguine. The girl using linguine is Letitia. So this is Letitia. And then it lists the boy, and then lists another girl, the girl with the fresh sweet basil. That means the girl with fresh can't be Letitia. It must be Jacqueline. That means sweet basil belongs to her, and because of that we can cross this out, and then obviously the other one, oregano, must be Letitia, and everything is done. That took a while. Now let's look at the next one. Okay, I'm going to look at the clues. Seth and the girl. Again, we got girls and boys, so let's write in the Amanda, obviously a girl. Marshall, probably a boy. Seth is a boy, and Louise must maybe a girl, I'm guessing. Seth and the girl. So Seth is listed. So Seth is listed first. And the girl flying the hawk kite. That means Seth cannot be flying the hawk kite because it's another person. Have the kites higher than the boy who is flying the dragon and the girl with the bat kite. And the girl flying the hawk kite and higher than the boy who is flying the dragon. So another boy who's flying a dragon. That means, well, because Seth is listed first, it can't be Seth. There's two boys here. Okay, and so it says the boy who is flying the dragon kite. That means the other boy who's flying dragon kite must be Marshall. So dragon kite, we put a tick for Marshall. If you put a tick there, you can put a cross in all of the vertical and all the horizontal that it's attached to. Okay, next. Lewis's kite is higher than the dragon and the bat kite, but not as high as the ninja. The dragon kite flies high. Okay, so Lewis's kites. Let me see. Lewis's kite. Lewis's kite is higher than the dragon and the bat kite, but not as high as the ninja. Okay, let's kind of think about this. You got okay, Lewis. Okay, we got Lewis. So let's say this is the actually no. So let me draw it again. I'm going to draw this one here. This is the height. So this is the low. This is high. It says Lewis kite is higher than the dragon, so higher than one person, but lower than, but not as high as the ninja. High as the ninja kite. Higher than the dragon and the bat kite. So she's higher than the dragon and bat kite. So this is Lewis's kite. Is higher than the dragon and the bat, but not as high as the ninja. That means the ninja is the highest. The ninja is the highest. Whoever has ninja will have the highest. Now that means that she's coming in at second place. So let's have a look here. You got 110, you got 90, 85, and 70. Second place is 90. So that means Lewis is second place, so he's at 90. We can put a tick there, meaning that we can cross out anything that's horizontal and vertical to it. Okay, next. The dragon kite flies higher than the bat kite. The dragon kite is higher than the bat kite, which means I did it correctly. Okay, now let's go back to the first one again. It says Seth and the girl flying the hawk kite. The hawk kites. The girl flying the hawk kite. Have their kites higher than the boy who is flying the dragon. So because Seth is already listed, the only other boy who's flying the dragon and the girl with the kite. So that means the dragon is... Oh, okay. So the dragon is in... So this is... Okay, this will be first place. Let me... Hold on. So ninja is first. Lewis must have the... So ninja first, dragon and bat. That means Lewis has the hawk because that's the only other one that's not here. So that means Lewis has hawk. And Lewis is in second place. Ninja is in the first place. I don't know who has ninja. It says that Marshall has dragon. So he's in... If he has dragon, he's in the third place. So there's first, second, third, and fourth. So the dragon must be third, meaning that first place is 110, 90, then 85 must be third. So this is 110, this is 90, this is 85, and this is 70. So if you have a dragon, you're in third place, meaning that you are on 85. So because Marshall has dragon, he's on 85. And that means I can cross this out, I can cross this out, and so on. Okay. And I can also cross this and this and this. Now, Seth, let me read the first one again. Seth and the girl flying the Hawk kite. Who's flying the Hawk kite? Lewis is the one flying the Hawk kite. So that means the girl that they were referring to is Lewis. Louise, or I don't know how you say it, Lewis or Louise. Now, have the kites higher than the boy. Higher than the boy, okay. Who's flying the dragon and the girl with the bat kite? So who's the girl flying the bat kite? That must be Amanda. Because Lewis is the girl. So the girl flying the Hawk kite is already Lewis. Then the and then the last one, and the girl with the bat kite. That's the other girl, which means Amanda's the other girl. Meaning Amanda must have the bat. So Amanda has the bat. Okay, if she has the bat, then we can cross this and this out, which means that Seth has the ninja. And if she has the bat is in the fourth place is 70, so the bat must be 70. So Amanda is on here, and obviously the Seth with the ninja comes in at 110, and there you go, all done. Okay, and you don't even need to use that little part there. So there you go. All right, hope that helps.